Sri, I wonder you can share with us what you and President Trump talked about during your ride from the tarmac to KLCC, and did he promise us anything on semiconductor, the tariffs, the sectoral tariffs, anything on that?
Well, I would say that, I did, on the lighter note, mention to him, because when he invited me, I said, because the security and protocol guys doesn't seem to look happy. Then he said, get Prime Minister Anwar in. So I went in. And then, of course, I need to know about the car. So that takes a few minutes. But, of course, I make full use of the opportunity to engage. And to President Trump's credit, he is also a good listener in these private engagements. He gives some views. I politely disagree on some issues. I mean, he wants to know, of course, about our relations with our neighbors, particularly with China, and why I invited Brazil and South Africa, and I engage. And on the tariffs, of course, I said 19% is still high for us, but then he has now imposed a zero tariff on the our major facility, including our major export, Semiconductor for now. I of course, thank him for that. Then I spent some time discussing Gaza. He knew about, my meeting with past Hamas leaders, and I explained to him why. I was in Doha. I know one or two of them. I decided to meet them and strongly urge them to support the peace initiative by the Arab neighbors, OIC. That was it. But subsequently, one of them was killed in this Israeli attack in Iran. And I say, whilst I do support, and I think no one can dispute the fact that he was quite determined to ensure that this peace in Gaza stop the continued killings. But I said, if you talk about a lasting peace, a durable peace, that must be comprehensive. But of course, his answer is that, this is the first phase. We are working with it, working on it. He said, do I know Witkov? I said, I met him. And we are taking it very seriously. He must not fail, is a problem. So I think I was in a fortunate position because firstly, he allowed me to have that forthright with him in private, in confidence. And I must confess that he listens very attentively and our views. And some, contrary to some of his earlier assertions. So people expect me to, what do you expect me to do? I think I did my best to represent the voice of conscience, what Malaysians want us to do. Now, if there's no opportunity, had he not been here, there will not be an opportunity. But at least there's a voice that he has to listen, And we repeated that in the formal. Of course, in the formal session, bilateral Malaysia and United States with President Donald Trump and within ASEAN, naturally I've got to be more guarded, right? I mean, this is in diplomatic encounters like that. I wouldn't be as, I did spend, take it from me, Melissa, that I did my best to appeal to him to say that, look, the peace initiative must be comprehensive, must be durable, must be fair, ultimately. You see? And of course, there are many things he said in private, which is, to me, enlightening. And of course, I was happy to hear that. But then, these are private conversations between leaders, and you have to respect that. You start leaking phone calls like we did in the past, nobody will talk to you. or you leaking private conversations, it will not be done. So I'm just informing things that I think is something which is permissible.